Now, the ABC 10 News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Pretty busy weekend for San Diego. Got a lot going on between the Miramar Air Show and also a lot going on in the forecast, but less so for San Diego. I'm going to spend a lot of this time talking about the mountains and deserts because the coast is going to be calm and cloudy today. But for those other parts of the county, we're looking at a flood watch that's in effect all the way through tonight, anticipating some big showers, and then tomorrow the entire county is going to dry out. But I want to start off with this. It all has to do with this area of low pressure, this storm that's centered over Riverside County. It's been producing some showers, some thunderstorms right where that low is centered over here, and also a little bit more in Imperial County. Not so much happening in San Diego County yet, so we're just kind of in wait-and-see mode. But if you're along the coast, stuff is just cloudy right now. We have our marine layer just like yesterday. Temperatures along the coast and inland are hanging out in the 60s. San Diego at 68 degrees right now, and we have the best chance of seeing our rain peaking for the mountains and deserts in the afternoon. We could see some showers this morning, but I'm looking more in that 1 to 3 p.m. time frame. You can see the way the showers are developing, and we could end up seeing anywhere from ½ an inch all the way up to 1 inch of rain falling in a single hour in some spots. And I want to pay special attention to those places with burn scars, because anywhere where a wildfire has gone through over the past few months, those areas won't be very good at absorbing water. They're going to be even more vulnerable to things like flash flooding. And anytime we have thunderstorms, we can see those quick downpours. We've seen several flood watches in the last few rounds of rain, so I'll be watching out for that. And so our rain totals in some sense are a little bit up in the air, but it is safe to assume that places like Mount Laguna, places like Warner Springs could easily see around 2/3 of an inch. It could be a little more or a little less depending on where exactly those downpours land. Now, very, very tiny chance of any of this making its way inland, and I'm not forecasting any chance of rain at all making it to the coast. Instead, in San Diego, we're just going to be cloudy a little bit like we are this morning. So if we're heading out to the Miramar Air Show, it's going to look a lot like yesterday. Gates open at 8 a.m. San Diego's going to see a high of 73 degrees. We're not going to be quite as misty as yesterday. Our inland highs are going to be in the mid to upper 70s. They're going to be pretty cloudy. Many areas have about a 20% chance of seeing any type of rainfall, especially this afternoon. Into the mountains, highs going to be around 70 degrees, and then the deserts will reach up as high as 88 today. So way cooler than normal when we're seeing the deserts not even reaching up to the 90s in some spot. And then check out San Diego's 7-day forecast. It's pretty uneventful, which is a good thing. Whenever I say it's uneventful in San Diego, that is a good thing. We are going to be mostly cloudy for the next couple days, so we're going to see those kind of gray, gloomy-ish skies, great napping weather for today and tomorrow, and we're going to see highs in the low to mid 70s over the next week. And the big turning point in the forecast is on Tuesday. That's when the sun starts to come out a little more. That's when we gradually start to warm up. Along the coast, we're only going to warm up a couple more degrees to a high of 75 Tuesday, 76 for Wednesday and Thursday, but it will just get a little bit sunnier. And then for our inland neighborhoods, they're seeing the same stuff. I mentioned that very slim chance of showers for today. That is gone by tomorrow. And they're going to start to see the sun come out a lot, and it's happening a little bit quicker than it is on the coast. And their mild warm up is going to bring them from 77 today up to a high of 81 degrees for Thursday and for Friday. Now into the mountains, these last few days of September will bring a lot of changes, because you could go from places that could see flash flooding at points today and then more or less drying out by tomorrow. A very tiny chance of rain remains through about midnight, and after that they're going to be dry for the next week. And into the deserts, high of 88 today, high of 93 for Monday. So moral of the story here is a little bit cloudy, rainy in some areas today, but the sun comes out a lot more for those first few days of October.